Well, this trading year just got even better. We're off to an amazing start. If you guys remember, I was talking about how January was sick. We're off to an amazing start on February. This week, I ended up passing 2 phase 2s, locking in 200K in prop firm capital with Think Capital. And I also passed a phase 1 with Think Capital as well. So huge start to the year here. I have a bunch of other challenges that are well on their way as well. We're looking to lock in 800K in funding here. But in this video, I just wanted to break down how I did it with this trade this week on GBP USD. It was a beautiful trade that banked 4% on the phase 1 and then the 2 phase 2 accounts. So yeah, I'm going to break it down. You're going to learn a lot from this, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. Hopefully you're going to learn some things that you can apply in your own trading as well. That's the goal here. And I'm just going to try and make it as enjoyable for you as possible. I did take this trade live and I recorded it live. I can show the very beginning of that. But what I realized from my live trading videos is you guys don't seem to enjoy them that much. And I think the reason is because I'm not the most entertaining trader when I'm in a trade. It's difficult for me to talk about things while I'm sitting there watching my trade. You know, I can do the analysis before, but the middle part of me just sitting there, a lot of the times I'll get off the computer, I'll go downstairs, I'll just kind of let the trade do its thing. So I find it can get a little bit repetitive. So I'll show you a quick little clip of when I enter the trade, and then I will show you a clip at the end of when I exit the trade. And yeah, you guys are going to enjoy this video a lot. One thing I wanted to quickly talk about is the certificates you're going to see here are not the same certificate. Because I passed 2 of them on the same day, I got 2 certificates with the same date. I'll pop up the emails that here though, showing you that it's 2 obviously separate accounts, just in case there's any trolls in the comments that don't think it's real or anything. But without further ado, hit subscribe if you're new, comment some love in the comments, and let's dive into this breakdown. Let me take a minute to talk about one of the best new prop firms in the industry, Think Capital. Think Markets, a fully regulated broker, has entered the prop space. This is huge for us traders. With over 15 years of broker experience and regulation, this gives us another prop firm we can trust. We can trade right from TradingView, or you can use the classic MT5 with up to 300K in max allocation, and they also offer to US clients. I know this is amazing news to my American trader friends. You can even withdraw your profits right to your Think Markets broker account. If you use the code ARMTrading, you will get 15% off any challenge. Please make sure you sign up and create an account. Then at checkout, the code will work. The code is also case sensitive, so make sure you type it in exactly how it is shown. Let's get back to the video. Thanks for meeting me on the charts here, guys. This is going to be a beautiful breakdown that I think you will all learn a lot from. So let's just break this down. When we're looking at the daily time frame here, I saw this high over here that I wanted to see the market reach for. Okay, so I like to use liquidity. It's a massive confluence in my trading, especially combining that with high time frame liquidity. So when I see a high like this and I want to short the market, I'm waiting for this high to get taken to then potentially look for shorts. I don't want to be looking for shorts until we get a nice run of an external high like this. Okay, so if we zoom down to the 4-hour time frame here, you can see this is a beautiful area where people will have their stop losses, right? A lot of these traders who shorted GU over here, their stop losses are going to be above this swing high here. So if we take the stop losses of these traders, the market is then going to go search for stop losses of opposing people, right? So people who longed over here into this move, they're going to be looking to get stopped out. So at least that's the way I like to look at things. And if I refine it even more, we had this big order block or supply zone, whatever you want to call it, resting just above this high here. So a lot of confluences were stacked in my favor here. And if I just break it down over to the hourly time frame and we just kind of play this out for a second, you can see that we end up pushing up into this area here, which was very beautiful. So according to the daily cycle, guys, we had Asia lows over here. We had a push to the upside. So I'm looking for London high to hold, or I'm looking for New York to sweep London high, and then I want to see a shift in the opposing direction. Now, you probably heard me talk about earlier in the video how this was external liquidity. So what external liquidity means is it's the swing high, it's the extreme high, it's the external high of the range, right? And then if we run external liquidity over here, we're then going to be looking for internal liquidity, which is going to be here. Internal is liquidity inside the range. External is on the outside of the range, okay? So from there, guys, once we had this sweep here, I'm then jumping down to the 15-minute time frame. And I'm going to break this down for you really nicely. Okay, so if we jump down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that London session rallies up. Now, if I zoom in here, you can imagine that traders that entered the market in Asia here would have their stop losses below these lows here, right? So when we run the stop losses, like I said, of these traders, where are the stop losses going to be, guys? They're going to be below this low here, like I just said. Another confluence is we're above the daily open as well, which is a big confluence for me, especially when I'm day trading. When I'm swing trading, I'm not really worrying about the daily open or anything like that. It's mainly when I am day trading. But if we break it down lower, guys, to the 5-minute time frame, I like to do a top-down analysis. Okay, so I like to start on the high time frame, work all the way down to my entry time frames are the 5-minute and the 15-minute. Okay, those are the only time frames that I play with for entries when I'm day trading. When I'm swing trading, I like to enter on the 4-hour time frame. So for anyone who is wondering, I hope that clears things up. So when I got on in the morning, I saw London high was over here. I posted in the ARM trading community that I wanted to either see London high get taken or a break of structure to then take the market down lower. Okay, so once we retraced up into London high and then sold off aggressively breaking structure, I was under the impression that, you know what, we're at the high of the day. We are holding London high. So more than likely this New York high here is going to hold. Okay. Another confluence is, like I said, we're at the high of the day. So you can see here, this is Asia session in blue. This is London session in turquoise. And then this is New York session here. Okay. If Asia session is down here and we are all the way up here, that means we are at the highs of the day. So if we are shorting, we want to be shorting at the highs of the day. We don't want to be shorting at the lows of the day, and vice versa. We want to be looking for longs at the low of the day, not at the high of the day. It's just another way of premium and discount, and I find it works very well. So we had the rally up here, guys, and then we ended up running liquidity here. So we ran some internal liquidity. If I just go and mark this out for you guys, I want to keep this as clean as possible, and hopefully you guys are learning something. If you are, smash that like button for your boy. We also went and created this beautiful imbalance right here. Okay, so we created this imbalance right here with this nice little level of inducement. Okay, so if I just go and mark this out like such, on the 15-minute time frame, one thing I wanted to point out was how we had this beautiful 15-minute imbalance here. So a lot of things are adding to the confluence here that we're going to short. And if I go over here to the line tool as well, you can see that we clearly started to shift structure to the downside. So once we have the confluences we need to look for the shorts and take the shorts, that's exactly what we do. We get ready. So I had a pending just above this high at New York session open here somewhere. And then at news, so we actually had some New York news, it ended up tagging me and I ended up getting a beautiful fill. So if I go over here, what I'm going to do quickly right now is show you the beginning of the recording, the live recording, and you can see how I got tagged into this trade. And then we will jump back down to this breakdown here. What's going on, guys? Taking a look at GU short here. Do have some news here, hoping it can push up and tag. Oh, wow. That was crazy. Where did I end up getting tagged in this? 331. Holy. Now that you can see that news sent us up into this region, another thing that added mega confluence for me was the fact that Euro USD was already going to take the high, where I thought GE was going to keep the high. So this is called divergence, right? This is divergence. So let's pay attention to something real quick, okay? If we take a look at EU at that exact same time, look at where EU was before news. So EU had a similar setup where London high was right here. New York mitigated it and we sold off. Look where we were at 9:55. So if we look at this at 9:55, this is where we were. Look where we were at 9:55 on GU. We were down here, okay? So to me, we were right here. Look at the difference. So because these pairs move very similar, I like to use them with one another to help with my bias. So if one is closer to a high than the other, I will look to take the lower one because to me that adds confluence that we're going to most likely sweep the high on the one and save it on the other pair, which is exactly what happened here. So once we mitigated this area, I ended up getting tagged way up here, which was just beautiful. I ended up getting tagged at 331. So if I just go over here and we go 331, I had my stop loss at 500 flat. So if I just go over and drag this, and then my TP was all the way down here. So we ended up getting a beautiful tag onto this trade. So if I play this out, one thing I wanted to show you guys is this thing took a little bit to start moving down. Okay, so I ended up holding this trade longer than I usually hold day trades. Usually, and this is something that I'm really working on this year, a lot of the time I would end up closing my day trade because of a session. Okay, but now what I've realized with New York is we are getting a lot of late moves, and Trump has been impacting this a lot. We've been getting a lot of late moves. So with that being in mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold all the way down into this area. And if I play this out, you can see that we end up coming all the way down in Asia session. And then I ended up getting a notification that I passed the phase 2. So I got 2 phase 2s here, and then I passed the phase 1 as well. So what I'm going to do quickly right now is show you the end clip where it shows the dashboard of my phase 1 being passed, and I'll pop up the phase 2 screenshots right here for you all as well. And I also passed a phase 1 here. You can see we hit that 8K target there. So I got the new credentials for this new fresh phase 2. So as you can see, this thing absolutely sold off, and this is why it is very, very important to pay attention to the high time frame liquidity pools, right? A lot of people would probably still be looking to long here and got spanked. Now, the reason we're not looking for longs anymore is because we already ran the liquidity over here, and the market is more than likely to search for internal liquidity in the opposing way. So if you took any value away from this, please smash this like button. I'm super pumped to bring you guys this video. I'm super pumped to lock in multiple 6 figures to start the year here. We have an insane goal this year that we will hit, and I will talk about this later on, but we're just getting started. So please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new, drop a comment down below, spreading some positivity. I read all the comments, and I appreciate you all so much. And what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. Take care, everyone.